Iran's strikes against Pakistan and the latter's retaliatory strikes have triggered another standoff on Pakistan's borders. Now, Pakistan is already reeling under an economic and political crisis, and this just worsens its situation. Apart from Iran, it is dealing with hostilities with Afghanistan and India, of course, on the LOC, on the international border. Additionally, secessionist movements in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Baluchistan and Sindh have also plagued the debt-ridden nation. Last but not the least, the snakes it hosted in its own backyard are now coming back to bite it. Terror attacks sponsored by the TTP have been occurring frequently. This brings us to the big question. How will Pakistan deal with this 9-front war? Will it survive? Will it not? Is the big question that we're asking you. Major General Dhruv Katoch, senior defense expert, joins us on the program. Joyita Basu, editor of the Sunday Guardian, with us on the program as well. Sumit Peer, political commentator, joins us on the show as well. General Katoch, what's your reading of this conflict? Does this have the propensity to embroil other powers around Pakistan or not, considering that Pakistan is untouchable at this point in time? By untouchable, I mean nobody really wants to get into that mess that Pakistan is. What are we looking at in the next few months? And let's also, keep things in perspective. There is a war going on, a few hundred miles away from Pakistan as well, which is Israel and Hamas. And this, of course, also has interlaying and overlaying context when it comes to these conflicts. What is your opinion, sir?
Thank you, Vineet. Vineet, as far as Pakistan is concerned, they were already in very deep trouble on 3 fronts. One was in internal security, the second was on the state of their economy, and the third was the political disunity, which keeps cropping up every now and then. Now, to this has been added the additional dimension of hostilities with Iran, which means that they will have to keep a very serious watch on their border with Iran. They are already keeping a watch on their border with Afghanistan and suffering casualties on a daily basis. And of course, the situation on the Indian border on the LOC is again hostile. So as far as the present crisis with Iran is concerned, I think this will blow over because nobody really is looking at a wider conflict in the Persian Gulf. However, what is going to happen now, I don't think the Iranians are going to take it lightly. They bombed Pakistani targets first. Pakistan has retaliated now. But I think there is going to be another retaliation from Iran. Now, how is it going to play out? Will Pakistan again, try to hit some what they call terrorist targets within Baluchistan, within Sistan Baluchistan? We don't know. But at some point of time, this upping up the crescendo, it has to stop. And if it doesn't stop, then I'm afraid it is going to ratchet up the entire conflict within West Asia, where you will find other powers getting involved against Iran. And once that happens, then all bets are off, because as I stated yesterday in the NewsX programs, the entire region from the Persian Gulf to the Red Sea will get embroiled. And while those people may be quite happy killing each other, the impact really is on international shipping. And when international shipping gets affected, the energy supplies get affected. And that impacts all of us, including India and China. So it is in our interest that the fighting there be localized. As far as Pakistan is concerned, I'm afraid the news cannot be good anymore. I thought they have already reached the lowest level possible. But now I've realized there is no such thing as the lowest level. Once they go down to a very, very low level, they surprise us again by going down even further. Their prime minister has made a statement that Iran is a friendly country. He's trying to mollify the whole situation. But perhaps they didn't really have to go into bomb Iranian targets if they wanted peace. Now that they have done it, the way I see the Ayatollah in Iran, Mr. Khamenei, he is certainly going to retaliate. I don't see the Iranians keeping quiet because their credibility now is at stake. So things will spiral out a little bit. We will see whether the next week or 2 weeks, we'll see whether it can be controlled. If they cannot control it, then I'm afraid the entire West Asian region will get engulfed. Back to you.
Right, absolutely. Great points there, General Katoch. And Joyita, you concur with what General Katoch has said, that Iran is obviously not going to, step back out of this conflict now. Pakistan has been an irritant for them at a number of levels. Of course, the proxies that Pakistan has been using in Iran has also been, a huge issue that diplomatically was not addressed by Pakistan.
Well, when you are looking at Iran and Pakistan, well, first of all, I think while war is not desirable for anyone, even if a localized conflict is not a good idea, I mean, even the whole point is that can Pakistan, sustain a conflict which will run over 2 weeks? I think that's, do they have the fuel? Do they have the ammunition? Are their generals too fat and too rich to even think of a conflict? What is the status of their soldiers? It's okay to, fire a few missiles, whatever they have, but beyond that, what do they do? It all depends on the kind of escalation that takes place. Does Pakistan have in it to sustain that kind of a war? And when you are talking about, say, for example, the rest of the frontiers that you have been talking about, of course, that the India is there, Afghanistan, there is already trouble. And anyway, what is more important is that inside Pakistan, there is a solid movement against the establishment, against, the Baluchis are fighting, there is a problem on the Pashtun front. So, everywhere when you, the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, that area, that there is unrest over there, the Taliban is so active over there, the Pakistani Taliban is active over there. So, what is happening? Pakistan is in dire straits. So, apart from, it's a different matter that when you go to the YouTube and all, they will be talking about fancy real estate being built in Islamabad and all. But beyond Islamabad and maybe a few cities and towns, what does Pakistan have? So, so frankly, Pakistan is vulnerable, and the thing is, you see, right now their focus is totally on the West. So, while I agree that, that there will be problems in terms of the movement of traffic and all, but at the same time, already apparently freight charges have gone up because people are avoiding that strait over there. So, the thing is that if it escalates, well, and if Pakistan gets solidly thwacked, I don't have a problem. I'm certain lots of people don't have a problem.
Right, but Sumiti, the people of Pakistan may definitely have a problem with that. We've been talking about a coup d'etat kind of a situation in Pakistan because of course, the internal misadministration, the price hike, the inflation, the lack of job opportunities, and of course, that usual payout that Pakistan has become so accustomed to. Is this going to in fact be that last thing on the camel's back, straw on the camel's back, which definitely will lead to a lot of internal turmoil for Pakistan as well?
Inshallah. I'm starting with inshallah because that is what is exactly going to happen. Vineet, you nailed it right. This is going to be the last nail in the coffin because I have been talking on various digital and some TV platforms that it will start from Balochistan. Balochistan is going to become the Achilles heel, and it is exactly like that. And then given this time frame, by 15 January, you will see already things shaping up. And by the grace of God, they're shaping up. Pakistan has to break. Pakistan is the international breeder of terrorists. Idea of Pakistan has failed. Economy of Pakistan has failed. Currency of Pakistan has failed. Islamic State of Pakistan has failed. Military of Pakistan has failed. Anything to do with Pakistan is failed. How long can you have a person live on a ventilator? That is the question which the world should ask. Look at Pakistan with $8 billion of foreign exchange, with 6.5 they can't touch. Iran has 88. Now, if now the tyranny is that two Muslim countries are fighting each other, yeah, I know they're Shia and Sunnis. I know the Shia-Sunni conflict is much old. But the problem is that these Pakistanis have been always breeding terrorists. They've been always having the terrorists in the backyard. And they think by having this terrorism as an international policy, they will run away with it. Today, Iran's foreign minister has given a statement. Iran takes, security issues seriously. It should. Khomeini is in a meeting with all his generals that they're planning the next retaliation. Just now, Asim Munir has reached Quetta because he's hoping that the Iranians will come again. And yesterday, there was a press release from the Pakistani Ministry of Defense. Today morning, they said, we have scrambled our JF-17s. I was happy to know JF-17s even fly. So that was a news to me. And incidentally, they are using some reports are they're even using F-16s. Now, if F-16s were given against terrorism, so is Iran a terrorist country? That is the question which the Islamic Republic of Pakistan has to tell. And by saying that we did a friendly strike in our neighboring Islamic brother country, it's not like that. Iranians will have to retaliate. Iran is a much powerful power. And as far as Pakistan is concerned, it's the football of the world. Look, we did Uri, did they do anything? We did airstrike, did they do anything? We took Siachen Glacier, did they do anything? They lost 4 wars, did they do anything? Today, Tehreek-e-Jihad, Pakistan hits them. They go enter into Miyawali, destroy 7 planes. Now, Tehreek-e-Taliban, Pakistan hits them. They are unable to do nothing. There are so many jihad. Then they have Pashtuns, you have Balochs, you have the Sindhis, and then you have Afghani Taliban, you have Pakistani Taliban. So if you add up, I think you have 9. I think the list might go up to 11. So you're rightly wanted 9. The list might go to 11. So everybody is treating Pakistan as a football. They can kid them whatever they have. This is a bankrupt country wherein nobody has anything. What did the Pakistan go? When 15 missiles hit them, when 9 Trent drones hit them, what was the so-called Pakistani air defense doing? Where was the Chinese air defense doing? They have, 2 days back, they uploaded a propaganda video how Pakistan Air Force is the most modernized air force in the world. What was Pakistani Air Force doing? How did 15 missiles and Trent drones land? And now when the Iran is going to open up its mouth with a lot of arsenal, what is Pakistani going to do? I'm telling you, they have been just trying to use China as an alibi. China is telling us, bhai lado mat, because China don't want its 2 pappus to fight with each other. So that's what China wants. But the problem is that the military of Pakistan is humiliated. Pakistan is humiliated. Pakistan is the football of the world where anybody can come and hit it. That is how the footballs are designed to be. Now it is for the military of the Pakistan and the people of the Pakistan to decide, do they want to take the hegemony of Shias? How can proud Sunnis take the hegemony of Shias? That is the question they have to answer. And if Shias are going to dominate Pakistan, what are the internal Shias of Pakistan doing? Shias are in a majority there. They should stand up and look. Vineet, I be direct. If Iran wants to dismantle Pakistan, you have to take out Karachi. By taking these areas of Balochistan and all, nothing is going to happen. Take out Karachi, Pakistan won't be able to fight for 2 days. So Karachi, Islamabad and Pindi, these are the 3 targets which Iran should have. Iran has the missiles which can do 2,000 kilometers. They have the capability to hit, and Pakistan has no air defense system. So Pakistan has reached its breaking point. Vineet, it's a matter of time. You will start. Take my word, the breakup of Pakistan will start from Balochistan. And Balochistan for some time will be a part of Iran. Then the disputes and all will happen. But the breakup of Pakistan, as predicted, has started. This conflict is not going to end. Iranis are going to take this very seriously because Pakistan is harboring terrorism. And if you go by General Musharraf's, now, I don't know where is he, in heaven or hell, possibly in the last hole of hell. So when he said, whenever there's a terrorist incident anywhere in the world, if you join the connections, they go back to Pakistan. This is what the Pakistani ex-general had to say. Ex-Pakistani president or dictator, whatever you want to call him, had to say. Now, everywhere where there's a terrorist accident or incident or whatever, it is Pakistan all the way, and karma comes back. So karma has come back, it has hit them, Pakistan ka time gaya, this country needs to be dismantled, this needs to be broken into 4 or 5 parts. That is how the world can be a safer place with a dismantled Pakistan. And Vineet, I have one question to ask. Bhai, ye kya hai? Why do these Sunni Punjabis think, Sunni Punjabi Muslims think they control the whole of Pakistan? You have problems with Hazaras, you have problems with Shias, you have problems with Ahmadiyas, you have problems with Bohras, you have problems with Pathans, you have problems with Balochis, you have problems with Sindhis. So how can the Sunni Punjab only dominate the whole of Pakistan? Where are the other communities of Pakistan? If they don't stand up and fight for their right, how can a Asim Munir dominate? How can a Nadeem Anjum dominate? I mean, where are the Pathans? Where are the Shias? This is the time they have to stand up and fight for their cause, because this Shoshan and Utpidhan of the Sunni Punjabis, Muslims, has to end. And these all countries and parts have to be liberated. This is the time for them. Stand up, liberate yourself and fight for it. This is your time. Iran is on your side. They are making your job easy. And this regime of Pakistan is only good for begging. Beyond begging, they can't do anything. And my tyranny is not even for these UAE, OIC. Nobody is opening its mouth because they all want these beggars of Pakistan to die a natural death. And this is what Iran is facilitating. I am seeing the breakup of Pakistan imminent, and people of Pakistan are the eventual casualty, because remember, all the terrorists which are in Pakistan and operate out of Pakistan are born in Pakistan. They don't import terrorists, they produce terrorists.
General Katoch, yeah, great points there, Sumit. General Katoch, but there's also this other big concern, the elephant in the room. It's not just Pakistan, it's a nuclear Pakistan?
Well, Vineet, I think this nuclear threat, as far as Pakistan is concerned, of falling into the hands of radical groups or certain terrorist organizations, I think it is overstretched. It's not going to happen. Despite the fact that Pakistan is tottering, I think they are strong enough as of now to ensure that their nuclear that the nuclear facilities remain protected. Now, the larger problem, they are having this skirmishes now with Afghanistan and with Iran. But the deeper problems actually lie within Pakistan itself, and they rest on two basic pillars. One is the extent to which society has been radicalized in Pakistan. Everybody says that, okay, we are the same people, Indians and Pakistanis are the same people. It is not true. A Pakistani today is a radicalized human being. And he only thinks of situations in terms of what he believes his Allah has told him. And he's ruled by the diktat of the mullah. And the second weakness as far as this Pakistan is concerned is the dominance of the military. Now, all these two issues can be set right by Pakistan's politics. But the three political parties which are in the fray today, each of them cozy up to the army to get back into power. So that is not going to happen. So this slide is going to continue. I don't see the breakup of Pakistan in 2024, but I think the breakup at some point of time is inevitable. It will have to start from Balochistan and Sindh. The Balochis, very frankly, don't know or don't have the capacity as of now to be independent. They would require a little bit of additional resources. Say Pakistan, Balochistan and Sindh together could be a viable combination. Or, of course, they could have some sort of alignment with India or something else. But on their own, I don't think Balochis have it in them. India, as of now, doesn't want to get involved. Iran will not get involved, despite Sumit making the statement. I don't see Iran getting deeply involved in Pakistan's internal affairs. But they will certainly keep a quantum of pressure on Pakistan. As far as Afghanistan is concerned, I think for Pakistan, the biggest threat or danger lies there. They have never recognized the Durand Line, and I think the more Pakistan gets weakened, the more will be Afghanistan's push to get rid of that line and to take back the Pashtun areas into the Afghan fold. That is something which I see happening. If that happens, then Balochistan and Sindh will separate in due course of time.
Absolutely. Great points there, General Katoch. Joyita, concluding thoughts from you, and then Sumit Peer, and then we wrap up. Will Pakistan break up is the big question. And if it breaks up, is it going to be a bigger problem for its neighbors?
Well, I think it's a question of when and not if. I mean, Pakistan will break up sooner than later, or perhaps later, not so soon. But the thing is that unless and until Pakistan breaks up into four separate entities, it will continue to be a geopolitical problem, not just for India, but for all the countries in its neighborhood. And even otherwise, if you are looking at Pakistan, given that it is that, that font of terrorism in the world, the font of radicalization and radicalism, everybody, wherever you find any sort of terrorist attack happening, everywhere you will find some kind of a Pakistani connection. So it is for the world that the safety of the world, for the security of the world, and I'm not just talking about India, Pakistan must break up. And when it breaks up, I don't see why there should be any, the situation will get worse, because you see, the breakup is pretty clear. We are going to get a separate Sindh, we are going to get a separate Balochistan, Punjab will separate, and the only problem is, you see, when you are looking at Punjab is a concentration, it has everything. I mean, right from the wealth to the army, Punjab controls everything. So the thing is, what natural people of Balochistan and Sindh and all these places, they want to separate from Pakistan. And you see, the more, I would say, the gap kind of, comes into, widens between, I would say, the Punjab and the rest of the provinces, unrest will start happening. Unrest is already happening. It has already happened in places like Gilgit-Baltistan and all. Because you see, we see it's basically a place of deprivation. with all the money and resources and riches, everything concentrated in Punjab, all the other provinces are totally gone. So, as a result of which, as more the gap increases, I don't think it will need even a push from outside for that break to happen in Pakistan. It will come from within, but yes, I think what it needs is that all these provinces, whichever wants to break away, they all need some kind of a leadership which will carry out, which will ensure the breakup of Pakistan. But I mean, of course, as neighbors, we can only sit and observe, we cannot do anything. But yes, I am certain something will happen in Pakistan itself. But no, I don't see a problem. But in fact, if you are looking at Pakistan, the Pakistan army is also, it has reached its wits' end. I mean, it cannot even control the terrorists and all that are running all over. So the thing is, the sooner it breaks up, the better.
Sumit? Well, the second question that I asked is something that I definitely want an answer to. If it breaks up, is it going to be a bigger headache for its neighbors than a united Pakistan was?
I think if it breaks up, it will be a good news for the neighbors, because if you look at Balochis, they have affinity to Iran. If you look at Sindhis, they have affinity to India. And if you look, the Punjab will be divided, and then KPK will be going to Afghanistan. So this united Pakistan, which is epicenter of global jihad and global terrorism, will break up. These all people will want to fend for themselves. There will be no America to feed them. There will be no China to feed them. Though they have been selling their daughters to Chinese and all that, that is a different issue. Though they have been doing the slavery of Americans as a different issue. But now these all countries or the provinces have to fend for themselves. When they fend for themselves, they have to find a way where they are required in the world. So kuch kaam dhanda karna padega. Not running the Mullah Military International and trying to siphon money and seeing where is the next war happening and how can we do jihad there and get money from him and him. Pakistan is such a hired gun, Vineet. If you have the money, even they can do a jihad for you and they will find a reason to do. How are they doing the jihad for NewsX or Vineet Malhotra? They will even invent a reason. There will be a Molvi who will invent a reason. Ki bhai ye jihad kyun karna hai? So when this factory of international jihad will be disseminated, the terrorist heavens will be decimated. It will be a good news for India. It will be a good news for the neighbors around. You see, the tyranny today is the 5th populous country is Pakistan. The only country with a powerful army is Pakistan. The only Muslim country out of 57 to have an Islamic bomb, so-called Islamic bomb, is Pakistan. But some sources say that all the nuclear arsenal is in a base in Saudi Arabia, which is controlled by Americans. So now the question is, this big, great nation of Pakistan, will it use the Islamic bomb against the Islamic Republic of Iran? Because otherwise, if they don't have a bomb, they are a tiger who has no claws, who has no teeth. And beneath, when a tiger gets old, either he dies of hunger or the next tiger comes and eats him. So Iran is going to be that tiger or somebody else is going to be that tiger. I think the process has started. The breakup of Pakistan process started. It's a matter of time, when and how and all. This Pakistani army, which is good for nothing, they are traders. They are not soldiers. Dekhiye, wo vyapari hai. They are traders. They can't fight wars. They are too clumsy to fight wars. You see, after yesterday, they were saying that Irani attack, nobody got killed. Only 2 children got hurt and all. When we did the Balakot, they said nobody got hit, but Masood Azhar was never seen again. So these are people who do not even give a martyrdom to their soldiers. They do not acknowledge somebody died. They don't acknowledge terrorists. It's like when you go up into a mirror, you look into a mirror and lie to yourself. That is what is Pakistan. The time of Pakistan has come. The Pakistan has to over, and these mullah military nexus has to go beneath. There is nothing on this planet Earth which can save them. And let me remind you, they owe Iran $18 billion, which they have to pay in April. वो $18 billion कहाँ से आएगा? क्या बेच के लाओगे? What can you send? And there are some Pakistani YouTubers saying, हम राम मंदिर के दिन दिवाली मनाएंगे, हम पार्टी देंगे. अबे तुम्हारे यहाँ लोग मर रहे हैं, लाशों के ढेर लग रहे, तुम्हें राम मंदिर से क्या मतलब, तुम्हें पार्टी देने से क्या मतलब? So that is the level of ISPR propaganda. That is the level of propaganda they are running beneath. They are people who are lying to themselves. They can look into the mirror and lie to themselves. That is what the Pakistan is. Jhoot ki parakashta, epitome of, what do you call it, lies and bundle of lies. They are bound to perish. It's the cycle of karma. The time of Pakistan is over. And you and me we are all happy to live in this era when Bhagwan Shri Ram ka mandir will come in Ayodhya and Pakistan ka Ram Naam satya ho jayega. I am loving that day.
Well said. It can be easily categorized as tale of two cities, tale of two countries, and how they are different in their trajectory because of the choices that they made decades ago.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.